What in here? There we go. How are we doing today? Anyway, I stupidly sent my son out to get my coffee from Java Junkie, right? And as he's gone, I'm like, oh crap, it's getting worse and worse. The weather is just like, all right, damn. Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully everyone is safe and sound. Let's have a little jointy. I did some exercising. We are talking about AI. And down below, there is something I checked out, AI marketing. So if you got about 70 grand, 80 grand, you can get a computerized sex bot like you can't believe. You imagine telling your guy friend, because you can like take the parts off, and put them somewhere else. And here, your significant other goes to work and you're like, bye. Oh, I did all the work. Oh, no, you didn't. I got that new part. I'm going to put that sucker on you. Flump, put it on your robot guy, and you might have like a new playmate for the afternoon delight. Who knows? I couldn't do that. I think that this weekend was amazing. It really was. I enjoyed myself very much with my boyfriend. I have nothing but good feelings about other people, and I look at other people as my friend, or not a friend, but as somebody that I wish well and don't care to cross over those lines. So he got the stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, I hope he makes it all right. Comes in here and he brings the whole thing. I'm like, oh, thank God. So we're talking about it, and I'm happy that he made it home. He did all right. I'm like, okay. So he gets home, and I'm like, been nursing that, and I'm getting ready, do my income tax. And I told him this is this is that. I got everything set up, so I'm going to do my income tax tomorrow. Have a little more extra money, pay some bills off. I'm going to actually contact PayPal, and because they're the biggest son of a bitches you don't want to fuck with. So if I pay $100 a month, they can say, hey, it's coming out automatically. So that's what I want to work with. They're the biggest bastards to deal with. So I hope everyone is doing fine. I checked out a other channel, not to encroach or to listen to other people. I just felt like after a while, I was like, well, I want to be supportive for everyone. I say a meditative protection prayer for everyone in that room. No unkind words. I meditate while I'm there and want to spread good vibes wherever I go. I don't want to do the opposite, because some people are going there, in Johnny, uh, his channel, they attack him and they have to kick him out. And sometimes you're like, oh. This person's a real wiener. It just happens. My channel is the same thing. Over here, I can get a bunch of wieners. It is what it is. So anyway, the weather here is been, actually for me, I love it. I love stormy weather. I dig that. We don't get a lot of stormy weather. This is the season of the flash floods where you work at. If you work in certain parts where Nevada and California meet for some reason, especially over here in our the meadows, yeah, that's where it flash floods, right where they have the park and everything. Be very careful. Listen to if there's going to be some rain, it might be a lot of rain in some places, and some places it won't be a whole lot. So it's different how it works. I mean, I've heard of flash floods happening on a beautiful day. It was sunny here, but wherever it was over in the meadows, something happened and a lot of water came in one place. And yeah, so you never know. You got to be careful. That's why I always tell people watch the reports, see what's going on. You never know. They say it's in July or something. Now it can happen anytime. That's why they call them flash floods. It's like unknown. Ooh, it's a little flashy. It's a little muddy. How are you doing? Put a thumbs up. Good vibes here. I am talking about, if you go into more or less down below, I do have, we are talking about, let's say you got enough money to buy a robot. Would you buy a robot? I know a lot of my friends, if they did have the money, we have talked about this years and years ago, back when, Back to the Future was a big movie. And I remember talking with some of my cousins and saying, you know, what if you could buy a robot? And I said back then, 10 grand. And they're like, man, that's a lot of money. That's what they're selling them. They're selling them the brands that are not as, the stripped down model is about 22,000, and the creme, the ultra model is close to 70 grand. So let's just say you have 100,000 and you get one of those, and you get like a dog or cat type thing. So you get that, and would you feel safe? Do you think that it would try to take over your life?
From Red. Hey, Devin, are you still up?
You know? And that's when I'm talking to people, going, hey, would you feel comfortable with AI in your house? Would you want AI taking care of your lawn? Say it's 125. Your product can go in 200 plus degrees. So you send him outside, he's mowing the lawn, he's taking care of all the things you don't want to do. Is it worth it? Then instead of paying a company that does yard work, you're buying a $70,000. Well, yeah, a $70,000 person. How long will it last before you need to have like work on it? Is it one season? To keep it going, how much money does it cost to keep one of the elite fun things? Do they break down? Those are the things that are yet to be answered, because these have just came out. Down below, I have a website where you can buy your own AI, your own machine. They can do yard work. I don't know about nannies. I don't know about any of those things. I didn't read into it, but my feeling is that if you're really, really mentally unwell, you could probably download somebody's like a dead relative's thing. They got this website. I have not checked it out because I rather get a tattoo of my dad on my arm than to go on this website, download his voice and his pictures, and have my dead father talking to me in a website. That would just creep the fuck out of me, man. I think that, I'm looking, thinking, what side of the arm do I want my daddy's picture? And then you got to look up an artist that can actually take a decent picture. And that's, neither here nor there. I don't got the money for that right now, but I'm just putting it out there. So, yeah. So we now are able to buy these. Now, in 10 years, do you think you're going to be able to find these type of robots in Walmart? They're no longer 22. They're maybe $5,000 for the cheap model and 15 grand for like the expensive model down the road. Most families will have one or two of them 10 years down the road. Would you believe that? Two or more per household. What do you think? Do you think that's just, right now the ultra rich are the only ones affording them, and they're just putting them on TikTok and doing crazy shit with them, making them dance on slippery floors? But what about in the long term? Are we going to be able to go to Walmart and buy them? Getting one of them is like hey, I made it. I got the money, honey. Look, I got the robot. Robot does the laundry. Robot does the dishes. Robot does the floors. Maybe doing the work itself isn't so bad. I mean, save 70 grand. Think about that. That's a lot of money to spend on a robot. Does it do that much? Does it make your life that much better? Like I said, what does it take to upkeep for a robot like that? We're not talking just plugging it in for like a charge. We're talking if it breaks down, how much would it cost to keep your robot going? Is it a lot? Is it a little? Is it just, okay, each year I put aside so much money so I can have my robot fixed, or I know how much it's going to cost? My dad loved in December. He loved to splurge because January is when he got his paybacks. He would start getting all his shit together in January, and then by April he was done. It would take him a couple weeks to do his stuff, and then he was done. So, yeah. So, anyway, thank you. Put a thumbs up, So, AI robots, are they going to replace the person that now, let's just say, someone like George Clooney? All right, see, George Clooney goes, hey, you know what? I want my privacy, so I'm going to get this robot. And the robot watches somebody for months while they're doing their job. And then the robot suddenly takes over that job. Then George Clooney says, I won't be needing your services no more. I have my robot. How many more robots are going to take those jobs? But if somebody wants complete, this is a robot that stays in the house. They don't have to pay any more money out of it except to like upgrade it, keep it going, that type of thing. but it's not going to be going online and blabbing, private matters to other people and getting pissed. Hey, yeah, they gave me the wrong electricity system, or they're complaining about the oil that they're given. No, I'm not going to go online. Think about that. Down below there, I got the thing to go down there. That's one of the websites I found in which they are selling a robot. And I don't think that this is like their first gig around. I'm sure that they have sold to the government as soldiers. Think about it. Wouldn't that be something neat? You got these robots. You know, Japan use it. China has been using the robots where they had problems with citizens from the United States and elsewhere come into China and try to, pull some punches. And there you go. You got all that going around. And then you got people, hey, this is our culture, especially in Japan. I would love to visit there, but I would want to speak their language so I can give them what you call the best respect that an American can. Because, Lord, I've seen them do some crazy stuff. You got to keep it quiet on the subway because there's some people, that's when they're getting their sleep. So here it is, they're talking about AI, and I believe
From
that
Second Kitchen Echo. Hey, Devin, are you up?
I believe with the AI that they should have a certain clause, a certain thing, something where
From
they
Devin.
don't have.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm just playing video games.
It's where they can still be, they don't get to take over everything, and that's the one thing people are talking about. But down below, check it out. We've got AI. We have these computers out now. We have all these things that are out. And here it is. You got AI. And it's like, really? And this is something that back in the time when they had the movie out, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, and they had these Back to the Future, and they're talking about AI. And they're talking about, being able to have AI, but that was just a dream. It didn't come possible until recently, where they're now going, hey, for 22 grand, you can get like the stripped down model, but for 67, 70 grand, boom, you get one with 5 fingers and all that. Down below, if you're curious, that's the one I found. I didn't want to give you like 3 or 4 different websites. You can look on your own if you really want to, but this is the future. And I think that we should put a cap on it to make sure that our future isn't snuffed out by AI, that we can work together. And that's the one thing that I stated. It would be nice. It'd be nice. Well, if I had the money, I'd be getting the $70,000 one. That sucker would be working every day. Every day something new. Oh, yeah. I'd be redoing that RV. Uh-huh. And then I'd be redoing my whole yard. Oh, yeah, it'd be all done. Oh, God, yes. 70 grand? I'd get my first year, that thing would be overworked. I don't know what the heat content of that. I just kind of breeze through it. I go, oh, God, I better put a website on here. Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? So there's one down below for 22 grand. You get I guess it'd be like there's 3 fingers to the one that is 22 grand. And then you got the one at 67 grand, like close to 70,000. It's got 5 fingers. It does so much more. It makes you think, wow, I'm wondering how many men are going to buy this and their girl's going to be, I don't know. And then they find out through a friend of theirs that they can buy certain contraptions for their newfound butler that can make them have some, make them play patty cake. Can you imagine that? Oh, I just love that. Oh no, we call him Big John or Big whatever. So anyway, my thing is, how would you know if your girl, your guy was having a relationship with a robot? And it's almost like a joke. How would you know? And if you want to be funny and just over here, you could tell me where you're from. How's the weather out there? It's been really windy, 50 miles per hour. It's been scary for just out walking. It just almost blows you over. So yeah. Today I'm not even complaining about not having windows because good Lord, if anything happens, at least I don't have to worry about shattering glass except my mirrors. Hi, how are you? Please put a thumbs up. I appreciate that. So anyway, I have been talking about AI. Down below, they got the I call it the stripped down model for 2,200, but for 6,700, 70 grand, you can get like the one with 5 fingers. The 2,200 one, I think it's got 3 fingers. You just got like the three. You got like, I guess it'd be like that. 3 fingers. At least you got a middle finger. Well, anyway, you got 3 fingers for the 2,200 one, but for the more deluxe model, you get more going for it. And down below is an idea. You can look if you want to, price range that stuff. I can't afford that. I wonder if you can like rent one just for shit and giggles. It would be fun to show it on this on here, Hey, come and see this, I would like to do that. I would love to see if I can rent a robot. I wonder how much it is to rent a robot. You know, I gotta start doing this before 5 o'clock, and then I can let me see if I can find to rent. Oh yeah, I can't call. I gotta pay my cell phone bill. Yeah, I had a choice, either my cell phone or my car insurance. My car insurance won. Yeah, I have to have car insurance. So they won. Yes. Yeah. So I'm still happy. Anyway, I just want to say we're talking about AI. How do you feel? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And here's the thing for everyone to think. If you buy something AI and it comes with special attachments, just use your imagination. Please don't let me guide you through this. And your significant other acts weird when you scald your electronic butler. Do you think there's something going on? You decide to take the electronic butler in and have it state what it's been doing, wipe its memory to be a bastard. Yeah, this is what you get. Hey. I'm just putting it out there. It don't matter to me at all. I don't got that kind of money, but could you for a week just imagine if I can rent an AI butler instead of spending 67,000, they'll rent it out, let's say $100. So you rent it out for $100 to clean and help and go through stuff. And that's when, to get stuff done. even if it's for a couple days. I don't know, maybe for you can rent it for an hour. Comes with special attachments. No, thank you. I'm good. No attachments. Thank you. We're talking about AI down below if you are familiar with it. They've even had their commercials here on YouTube where they talk about their AI robots. They have different ones, they even have animal robots, but they do have the ones that are 67,000, 70 grand. Would, if you had the money, let's just say they have in that robot thing, they have a thing where you win a free robot. So let's say one of you guys wins a free robot. Would you take it or would you take the money? And that's what I'm talking. What if they start giving away a lot of the expensive robots? Because it just kind of acts weird and they get like, human beings, they start getting emotional. Or a good advertisement. Look, Julie, who is a waitress at a place, has got this robot. So Julie figured out with that robot, it's better than ChatGPT. She says, "Man, I put that robot for sale for work at home services." Can you imagine doing that? Teaching your robot work at home services type thing to make money while you're working. Because I see that happening too. If you're going to buy something that is 70 grand, aren't you going to get your money's worth? Because that's what I would do. I'd figure out, hey, let me show you how to do this. Just sit next to me and you show, what you do, how you run your business. And before you know it, you have your business being ran 24/7. Call, no problem. You got your own telephone right there at home, and your robot will answer that 24/7. Doesn't matter if the robot's mowing the lawn, if the robot is picking up stuff, it'll answer it through its circuits and boom. Yep. Yes, sir. There you go. Customer service. Instead of spending 80 grand or more for someone who's a customer service operator 24/7 on call, someone who will make sure that everything packaged up and ready to go in a timely manner, that you get enough packages in one trip, or you get it where they come and pick it up in one trip and it's in a timely manner that you get the package. And a lot of companies will say within a 7-day period. So when they get picked up, some of them will be 3, some of them will be sooner. It's just different. And if you have a robot running it, a lot of those at-home places will do well. But now we're going to get to the minus part. What about if a robot goes crazy? Now, they did show a woman who bought a robot model. I forget what model it was. I think it was the expensive ultra model because they had 5 fingers. She had said that the robot has killing tendencies towards her. Now, I don't know if that was just something that she was using, or she couldn't afford the robot itself and was having it do these things. I have no idea what was going through this lady's mind. But if you look it up, you can find that on YouTube. Also, I think that is a fake thing. I think that somebody went bit off more than what they can chew, because think about that. You're buying something that is more expensive than my vehicle sitting outside there. My Jeep is not 80 grand or 70. It's not even that. It's like you're buying something really expensive. So I mean, let's just put it this way. My car note was expensive. Just to think how much that would be for somebody who's a creator, who's realizing they're probably like spending $2,000 a month on something that they're probably not happy with. So they wanted to take it back, and that was the excuse that it had killing tendencies, and it really, I don't think so. Yeah. But if the company itself wanted to contact me and say, hey, you want to test this out? I mean, I couldn't afford that, but I could afford, a free test drive, and then they come and pick it up and everything. That'd be great. I love that. I would want the one with the expensive one. Get the one. What can I do? Oh Lord, let's have some fun. No, not that way. Let's get stuff done here. Let's have a yard sale. Yeah, I'll have a yard sale and have it wave people down, help me out. Yeah. Yeah, I wish a company would contact me and say, yeah, we kind of wonder what we can do to help you. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can give you, not give you, we can have you try it out, and we'll pick it up when we feel that we got enough of material. Enough time to have it tested out. I could just see them going, yeah, we got enough material here. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Can you imagine if they get these machines right? They got eyes. Eyes are to the soul. And say it's recording people while they're in their most private moments. Down below, AI. Would you spend more on a machine at home than what you would in the machine that you drive? Now, I know there's a lot of people out here right now that have expensive vehicles. All right. I got a Jeep, so it's not big and spendy. It's nice. I love my seats in the winter. They're heated, and it's great. Okay, so we are talking about AI, and we are talking about down below. You can get the cheap version for 22 grand, and then for the 67,000 or 70 grand, you can get like the one with 5 fingers. You can have them mow the lawn. You have to teach them how to do this stuff. I don't know what the Ultra brand has. I really haven't looked into it. I wish the company itself would go, hey, yeah, stuff. Yeah, let's see. There would be a great commercial for like, hey, you have a problem with that one person every Friday just not coming in. Well, if you can afford, X amount a month, think about this. If you're that one person that's knocking off enough to have them get the ultra model, that's what you want to do, is not be able to, be replaced by AI. 70 grand. $70,000. Yippers. And if you're a lonely woman that just is not, I guess you can say I'm not saying anything. There's some people that just rather have a robot. Don't care about procreation. That's up to them. That's not me. I had 2 children already. So anyway, that's a great thing. 70 grand. You got a boyfriend. You got it all going on. Whatever. But yeah, down below is that information. If you're curious, I'm just putting it out there. I don't have one, or boy, they would probably put a fire under my ass. Yeah. So I wanted to say thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the thumbs up. As for myself, I wouldn't mind trying one out. It's like going to a car dealership. It's the same thing when you're dealing, I guess, with the hired help that can record everything.
Mm-hmm.
comes in and you're half naked, you know, the guys in some back room that control the I guess it would be the control of the computer doll or whatever, would be laughing in the back room. Yeah, that's funny. But what would you do? Say you can get one free. They now let you rent one of those through the government, the ultra model. The only thing is you got to give it up when you're dead. You know, they just come and pick it up, and you know, would you feel safe having your either significant other or grandparents, aunts, someone in your family you care about, neighbor, being watched by the ultra model? No more nurses. We have now Nurse AI. What about doctors? Would you feel comfortable having an AI robot as a doctor? That's what I'm talking. You're opening the floodgates. They're making it only where you have to be ultra rich to get one of these. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The three-fingered one, you can't even get a good, middle finger out there. Let's just give it a reality. You want the $70,000 one because it could give a proper two middle finger flip off. Let's be honest. And it could probably do things a lot better and has more brain. So it is what it is. But for now, unless you got money flowing out for your bum, it's not going to be happening for me. But it'd be nice to hear from the company. I am giving them a free advertisement. I never really, contacted them or anything. Just give an example what you can buy and how much they are. So I'll let you guys go. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. I exercised today. I have been looking at the beautiful weather. It's been windy and rainy and lovely. Have a wonderful rest of the day. All right. Bye.